Alright. Hello, everyone. My name is Masterstarman, and we're just gonna kind of go ahead and get things started here pretty quickly. I don't really have a whole lot of things to say at the start of this. I guess just this week's streaming schedule here. I'm gonna be streaming Luigi's Mansion today and Thursday. Hopefully, starting a little bit earlier on Thursday, but I'll try and get that done at some point, or I'll probably do that on Thursday. Um, if the microphone or like webcam sync is a little off, I'm kind of apologizing for that. I'm still kind of like ironing out the wrinkles with that. I did some tests beforehand, and I think it should sound fine. Like if I go right, left, that should be in time with how I did that. So, but yeah, let's just kind of go ahead and get things started here with Luigi's Mansion 3. I've heard nothing but really amazing things about this game. And, well, we're sitting on a download screen for a minute then. This shouldn't take too long, though. Oh, oh. Okay, this is gonna take a little bit longer than I thought, so, yeah, I hope you guys are having a pretty good day here. Man, if this didn't freaking um like slow the game down, I'd try and boot up like, or if it didn't like stop the download, I'd try and boot up like Street Fighter or King of Fighters or something and try and do a quick match. But oh well. I guess I can show you one thing here. I recently got a new chair here for it was an early Christmas gift that just came in the mail the other day from my mother. So, and I really do appreciate it. This is the most comfortable chair I've ever owned, but that does not say much because every other chair I've owned for a decade now has been nothing but hand-me-downs. Like hand-me-down office desk chairs, so that doesn't really say much. Alright. So, I hope everyone here's having a pretty good day. I don't think there's really a whole lot of people in the chat right now. I see Jeremy is the boss in the chat, as well as Lurks. Hope you guys are doing good. I actually kind of didn't account for this. If I would have known there was like a 7 minute update that this game would have needed. I mean, this is my first time inserting it into the console, so I'm not surprised. But I know this game did get a bit of DLC after it came out for like the multiplayer stuff, but yeah, I also got this shirt in the mail there not too long ago. I suppose I should show this off here. If the microphone's not in the way. Yeah, I got this on the Yeti not too long ago. I think it was like almost like a Christmas sweater type thing they had going on, but or like you could get that design on a Christmas sweater, but I just opted for the shirt because the t-shirt was a lot cheaper. Whew, I guess I'll quickly just show off kind of my library and what I've been playing recently. This was still from the other night when I was streaming it. Although I was playing Mario Sunshine casually, just like not that long ago. Um, I've been trying to finish up Mega Man X8 because that's the only X game I haven't finished yet. I just got this the other day. Because this was on sale for like $12 and I was playing a couple games in that. I play that very frequently. Started playing Link's Awakening and didn't really get too far in it, but I got like close to between Dungeon 3 and Dungeon 4, so I bought Fire Emblem because why the heck not, I guess. It was pretty cheap. There's good old King of Fighters 98 and Street Fighter. If they wouldn't, well, I guess that's almost done downloading anyway, but if they wouldn't have interrupted the downloads, I would have booted up either of these to do a couple quick rounds. Devil May Cry 3. Sega Genesis Classics. Okay, that's actually downloaded. And AVGN 1 and 2. Let's just get this started here, because I've been delaying this way too long here. I didn't mean to make people wait that long, but oh well. Let's see what this game has to offer, because I've heard really good things about it, but yeah. And if it wasn't obvious, I'm gonna be repeating this quite a bit. This is a blind playthrough. I'll be looking at chat periodically, but I don't really want chat advice for like just solutions to puzzles and stuff. I kind of want to figure things out on my own, so I'm gonna probably be repeating that a couple of times throughout the sessions, but just kind of keep that in mind. Anyways, let's get this started here. Right off the bat, this like UI and everything, this for some reason reminds me of Fortnite, and I don't know why. But I want to play the story. Alright. Let's get to it then. Aw, what a good doggo. You love a good pupper. So right off the bat, I see the Peach and the yellow and blue Toads are in this game, because, like, I guess Toad was in the original, and I know Mario obviously was, but, yeah, Peach was not in the original Luigi's Mansion at all, so there was also very few references to, like, the main Mario series in the original game. It was kind of just a thing on its own, so... Right off the bat, I will say what everyone else has probably said already 100 times, but man, this game looks good already. Like, just visually. It's kind of weird, because, like, I've been... Even though I wasn't really a big fan of the original Luigi's Mansion until recently, like, I've been playing that since I was young and kind of was used to just kind of the tone of it. It's kind of crazy seeing, like, how far that it's come in almost 20 years. Alright. Okay, so I see it's X to investigate things here. See Polterpup's all excited for things. Welcome to the Last Resort, home of the most memorable vacations ever had. They called it paradise. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm making a... That's an obscure reference that no one in chat would ever get. Princess Peach definitely didn't forget to pack anything. Ah, Luigi, what's up? Ah, oh no. Head's stuck, I can't get out. What do you gotta say, Peach? This hotel's so big, Luigi. It's gorgeously decorated, too. We're lucky to have gotten an invitation to come here. Right, I do have to do one quick thing. Sorry about that. I kind of just had something in the way of my TV there. It was making it kind of hard to see the bottom of the screen there. Make yourself comfortable. Perhaps I see a sample of our beverages. I'll pass on that for now. Lobby area is actually a lot bigger than I thought. What do you think of the hotel? We have pride, luxury, and splendor, and it offers. My apologies for the inconvenience, but the elevator is temporarily out of service. Should be in tip-top shape soon. Yeah, I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be. Looks like you haven't checked in yet. Please make your way to the front desk. Yeah, might as well just check out the front desk then. Welcome, guests, to the Last Resort. Are you ready to check in? Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Welcome to the Last Resort. Name's Helen Gravely, and I'm the owner of this hotel. Absolutely delighted and excited to accept my invitation. I keep thinking this might be voice acted here, but it's just gibberish voice as far as I can tell. Very tired. Come, allow me to show you to your rooms. Oh, no need to worry about your luggage. Our exceptional staff will take care of it for you. You are VIPs after all. Create a first-rate experience for you. All the trappings of luxury. Shall we get going?
Let's go. Hey. Whoops.
You'll have a good elevator that fits at least... How many is that? 7 people plus the ghost dog? I guess the ghost dog probably doesn't weigh anything. Mario, Luigi, and Peach's rooms are over here. Prepared rooms for the Toads as well. Hope you enjoy your stay. I dare say you'll remember for the rest of your lives. Hahaha.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. Bye. Bye. Night-night. Night-night.
You'd think sharing a room would have probably been beneficial on cost, but I guess if you don't have to worry about that, then might as well have a room all to yourself. Okay. Doesn't look like I can investigate anything.
What? Ooh.
Or there's just no door handle. Oh, I can head into the bathroom here, it looks like. So I can interact with the stuff in here for a little bit, but...
Happy.
Guys, you can pet the dog in Luigi's Mansion 3. So I'm noticing there's not really a lot of, like, check yet, but maybe then again it probably just hasn't really gotten started yet. So I love that smiley emoji. I do need to check what I was just messaged there. Okay, sorry about that. I just needed to respond to that. Woof! Time to get some rest? I think so. Well, it's a good thing you brought that flashlight, Luigi. It's really crazy how much detail they put into like all the texturing on Luigi's like shirt and overalls and everything.
Hello?
Oh wow, I thought that was still in a cutscene. I didn't realize that how much more normal that was, or like how that was normal gameplay there. Okay, I see this game has uninverted controls, which is not something I'm used to from the original game. See a piece of green goo down there. That light looks a little ominous. It's definitely gonna be something from the toilet here. Yep. Look like Bowser Hammond's there. And nothing from the sink. Oh, I guess I can exit out of here. I don't know why I couldn't have exited out earlier when... That was something.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I might not want to lose that hat. Also, yeah, going from Luigi's Mansion 1 to this with the... I'm just gonna check what settings I even have here for the controls. We'll just quickly look here. Okay, I am gonna adjust the brightness a little bit just because it was kind of dark on my screen there. I guess we'll kind of wait and see more whenever the game continues on here. Kind of hope this didn't make the game look a bit too bright now, but it said adjust till I didn't see King Boo, and I still didn't see King Boo on the screen, or on my TV anyway at that point, so...
Mario.
Doesn't seem like I have the whole Mario taunt from before, or from the first game. A skull and leftover pizza. This is just what I want to see right now. Also, geez, think Mario ordered enough pizza for one night. Yeah, I'd probably do the same, especially if I was at like a convention or something. Alright, this is supposed to be Peach's room, I think. Let's see. Seems like most of her stuff's just kind of lying around here, too. And I can't even investigate that letter that just flew out there. And probably another hand. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Okay, I think that trolley kept moving closer towards me every time, but that I'm not 100% sure about. That is some really good animation, wow. It's really dynamic. Well, if it isn't my most esteemed VIP, I was just on my way to see you. Is your room living up to your expectations? Doesn't it scream good taste? Oh, I can barely contain myself. You have no idea how much I wanted you to accept my invitation. Why is that? I'm sure you're wondering. You'll see. There's someone I truly adore. He's the inspiration for some of my greatest ideas, like inviting you here. I'm such a huge fan of his. That's why it's so wonderful that I get to introduce him to you. That's right, Luigi. I hope you're ready. Surprise, Luigi, it's me, King Boo. That old coot had me locked up tight in his lab. But guess what? I got out. I'm the hotel owner, and I was just dying to meet you, so she busted me out. Pretty lucky, yeah? Anyway, I didn't think he'd actually show up here. I was ready just in case. In fact, my vengeance is nearly complete. What do I mean by vengeance? I'm glad you asked. I'm trapping you and everyone in little vacation party in frames. Ah, there, Luigi. It'll be all over soon. It's time for a family reunion. Booyah!
Oh, no.
Take that. Oh, and there's one more frame, of course. I saved it especially for you. Stay right there and put on your best terrified face, Luigi. This is game over.
Oh, no. No, 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 no.
I'm gonna keep running. There's... Yeah, I'd be running like hell if I was in this situation too here.
Oh, no.
You'd think King Boo would have tried to stop him there when he had a chance, but I guess evidently not. This is more like the Luigi's Mansion 3 I saw in all the promos and screenshots. I've seen like little bits and pieces of this game. Because I have watched Slim play this a couple times on his streams, but again, that was last year when this game first came out, and I don't really remember much of that, so yeah. You love a good polterpup. So good thing we landed right when we did there. Well, I guess someone up above likes throwing laundry down below then, because that's what it looks like someone just did there. Money! I believe that's money up there, but I don't think I can get that yet. I believe I'll need a... I do like how Luigi's terrified of, like, every moving thing. Although, I guess, given what he just went through, I think most people probably would be. Okay, I guess you're in a wall there. Do I have any sort of, like, map or something? Probably not for, like, this being a tutorial area.
What?
Hello. I was even thinking the exact same thing there, Luigi. Ho ho ho, yeah.
Oh. Eh? Huh? Hmm.
Okay. Oh, I get this now. So, yeah, this is kind of just going to be a tutorial for how to do certain things here. I have not played Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, so I don't totally know everything about how the new light system works, but... Okay, that's a fair thing for the jump thing there. Oh, if comfortable with what you learned, yes. I'll get used to the charge light in no time. Yeah, but Polterpup's cool on his own there. I will say this, sucking in stuff feels a lot more natural on this controller than in the first game, just because, again, I don't really like the, GameCube analog triggers a whole lot. Ooh. Okay, I'll take that. I think from what I remember seeing on some streams, there's, like, certain gems in, like, every, there's, like, a certain set of gems for each, like, area, I think. I might quickly mess with the controls here just to see... No, I wanted to fix that. Like, how does this feel here? I'm gonna have to see if I can get used to it, but, like, I think I would like this control setup more than the... Actually, I'm not really sure. Sorry for, like, meddling here. I'm just kind of trying to figure some stuff out. Thank you for the follow, 77 Tebow. I believe, judging by the number and the name, that would be Aaron, if I had to guess. Hope everything's been going well with you lately. Yeah, I need to start working on some new alerts. Currently, it's just the Patrick alert right now. I set up some random, like, donation and bit alerts, which I don't even think I can use right now, because I'm not even, like, affiliate yet, so... Yeah, you'd probably want to get out of there too, or I would probably want to get out of there too if I were you, Luigi. to that hallway and see. Was there anything in the painting, or maybe not? There's definitely some stuff in here, though. I guess this area is dusty or something. And yeah, I think I find these controls a little bit more natural. They just kind of took me a second to get used to. I also like how this one small vacuum can suck up, like, 20 towels at once. If only all vacuums could do that. That is a lot of money there, wow. Yeah, that's a lot of money, wow, that freaking went scattering. Something... I guess not. I can see this in here, but I can't really seem to... Actually, wait. Nah, I guess I can't do anything with that right now. I see a little bit of money up there. I think the investigation button being on X instead of A is like the one thing tripping me up, because I'm like way more used to Luigi's Mansion 1 with that, but also I didn't know I had some sort of run button, like run just by like auto moving there. That's kind of nice. Take all those. I am gonna head back to that one room there and just see if there was anything else I missed in here. Because I feel like I wasn't really in this room for, well, I was in this room quite a bit. I just don't know. I don't think I would have missed a whole lot here. Oh, frig off. I guess I'll take that heart there. Oh. I don't know if there's anything to undoing the buckles there or not. I don't see that gold back there either. I wasn't sure the fire extinguisher was gonna start doing something there or not. Nice to know this. Okay, Polterpup, way for not letting me explore there, I guess. Alright, let's see how this is.
Oh, yeah.
That's using your noggin.
Oh, oh my.
Oh, okay then. Wasn't expecting that to actually work there. Secret area. I'll gladly take all of that. Already getting a lot of gold there. I'm not sure. I don't want to know this right now, but like, I'm not sure if gold has some sort of greater use or if it's just like a ranking thing like it was in the original game. I guess there's another fire extinguisher there. I should probably get that down, because that... There's more money, so why not take that? Also, these freaking envelopes here just make me think of the Smash envelope. Which is actually kind of fitting because, wait, what the... Can I not move that? Oh, is Polterpup doing something here? Yeah. This game was, in fact, first... Oh, okay. I kind of keep forgetting I have that move already, the... Kind of like that bounce attack. Yeah, this game... Not that we just mentioned 3 directly, but, like... This... Like, Poltergust was actually first teased in the Castlevania Smash Bros. Trailer. Before this game was even first shown off. I do see that that yellow gem is there. And I see how to get that, and I don't think I can get that right now, unless... No. I know what I need to come back for, though, just from what I've seen. And it seems we're a floor above where we were before. Okay. Yeah, I know a little bit about this game with, like, the elevators and stuff. Oh, we're back in the lobby area. This, huh. Alright. I'm almost half expecting some junk to go down here, but...
Radio? Oh. Oh. Help. Oh. Ah.
Yep. Okay, I've seen like little bits of how the gameplay kind of works with this game, but yeah, and you can just kind of suck them up and then pound, 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 and they're both gone.
Oh, yeah.
And that cleared up this room, I guess. Even though it's still, like, dark to see, but it's not as dark as it was before. I do find it kind of odd that you only have, like, 99 HP in this game as opposed to 100 from the original. I don't know if Dark Moon had 99 as well, but it is just something a little strange I'm finding, but not really strange in a bad way, just something I'm not really used to. Suck these pumpkins from not at Pumpkin Hill. We're not the fighting freak Knuckles. Alright. It's not... That is a button we can stand on, huh? I don't think we can do anything with that immediately, can we? I had only two thoughts who that phone call could have been. Also, I see that blue gem all the way up there. I didn't mean to... Okay, Polterpup. Polterpup's just making me engage in all of these. I was trying to go for this diamond here. I don't know if I can reach that. It looks like I'm reaching it barely. Actually, wait, can I shoot a pumpkin up there? I can, but that doesn't do a thing. And I doubt I can reach it from... It looks like I'm generating enough wind to move that, but it's not really helping a whole lot. Again, I have an idea what I need for that, but... Unless I can get behind the counter here. Which I don't think I can, but... Again, it's not throwing a pumpkin at this thing, is it? Okay, I'm realizing that this game has gyro controls for horizontal only. Okay. Hold on. Again, that seems... Huh. I find it weird that they wouldn't give you full gyro on that. I'll keep it on default just because I probably won't try to rely on it a whole lot, but... That is a little strange. Man, look at all these Smash Bros. Envelopes. And all these are for the hopes and dreams of all the characters that never, ever are going to make it in. Please share your Fs in chat for the likes of Waluigi and Just Waluigi. This is giving me a lot of Luigi's Mansion 1 vibes here, just with the layout of this. Only, like, on, like, Luigi's Mansion 1 on steroids, if I can describe it as anything. Oh, I see how I'm supposed to probably get that now. Yeah. I don't think I ever really thought of Tom Nook. I mean, I'm not the Animal Crossing expert here, but I don't think I ever really thought of Tom Nook as, like, a serious consideration for Smash Bros. I will say if Isabelle didn't exist, then Tom Nook probably would have eventually gotten in, I think, but, I don't know, I think Isabelle's popularity kind of just, overshadowed that, I think. Another elevator here, but... Alright. Oh, this is the same location for the elevator. Right. Which we can't do anything with. Okay. I wanted to look at this map a little bit more here, but... Man, that is a lot of floors here. I know it's kind of giving an illusion of, like, what the later floors are like. And I've seen some gameplay of some of the higher up floors. Yeah, again, I would have not have guessed that if not for Polterpup there. I feel like they didn't really give a good tutorial slash, like, what this is good for. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad Polterpup's there to kind of say that, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have guessed that, and I feel like if this was released earlier in the series, then I feel like Luigi's Mansion 1 would have probably done something like that, but... Oh. Okay, I didn't think that was actually going to be a solution there. But, Oh, I can just... Really? I can just grab that? Okay. And... Okay, I can just grab that key, too. I was thinking really, really... Not obvious there. And I can't, again... Oh, I didn't think so. It would make sense, because I would have just done the same thing there, but I guess not. Alright, let's insert that shiny new key. Well, ain't that a convenient find? You know what else is a convenient find? All this money here. Don't you just wish this was a Hotel Mario remake, Ardo? It reminds me of this one YouTube poop I saw years ago. It was called The Haunted Hotel of Luigi, which it was just that it was the Krusty Towers episode of SpongeBob, but it had some weird something to do with Ouija, and every time it would be yeah, you know the one I'm talking about. Every time it would be like we shall never deny a guest, even the most ridiculous request. It would just reverse that to I don't remember everything that it said, but it was something like, we shall always deny a guest. I don't remember. It was a good YouTube poop, though. Yeah. And I just remember it ended on, like, that, like, one shot of the stairwell. And it had, like, Ouija popping in up at the corner there. And in some ways, an old YouTube poop was really ahead of its time. I always did like that episode of SpongeBob, though, the Krusty Towers one. I think probably one of the most original episodes of SpongeBob, especially, like, at that time. Because I want to say that was a season 4 episode, I think. I stopped watching SpongeBob sometime around season 5, I want to say. That was kind of the last point I stopped watching it. I do like season 5 of SpongeBob, for the record, but after that, I know next to nothing about that. Kind of wish I had a more normal map, and we probably get something like that eventually, but and no comments about if we do or not. I kind of want this to be a more first-time experience, but you know, considering even the first Luigi's Mansion had a map, I'm gonna just assume this one does in some way. Actually, I think I remember seeing it in like the little bits of gameplay I've seen. Hello, I'll take that.
Got it.
I also love just this gold bag here. I feel like that's a reference to something else. Like, a part of it's reminding me of, the pea bags in, Zelda 2. I guess maybe the bags of bells in Animal Crossing as well, but I feel like there's some Mario game that would be a reference to as well, but it's probably just something slipping my mind right now. Uh-oh. Releasing the smoke monster here. That reminds me, actually, there was an old, like, educational movie we watched back in, like, 2nd grade of, I'm trying to remember how this went. It was, like, some kids were part of this, like, fire safety prevention group, and, they went to this, like, old, like, vampires castle type thing. I don't remember if it was, like, puppet animation, like Sesame Street style or not. I vaguely think it was, but I'm not 100% sure. And anyways, they're trying to teach this, like, vampire about, like, the dangers of fire safety and whatnot, and they're warning of this, like, elusive smoke monster that's basically just this monster that's made entirely of smoke and can just show up in people's houses whenever, and had been known to start fires or whatever. And the entire time, like, this is all happening and the kids are teaching this vampire about that, like, you see the the smoke monster in the inside this like a set of knight's armor, like a, you know what I mean, like you see this like knight statue, and like the helmet like opens a little bit, and you can tell it's supposed to be the smoke monster. And then by the end of the episode, the vampire's like realizing his what am I trying to say here? He like learns from the kid's advice, and then after that, um he calls the kids up at the very end to tell them that the smoke monster is in like his house or something like that. It was a really weird thing, and I don't know why I'm remembering this, but I remember like the weirdest educational shows I think I've ever seen, but that's definitely one of them. And was that really all this room had to offer? Hello. I am moderately confused as to why there's a treasure chest on display there. Good evening, Mr. Wario. Hope all's going well. You probably walked in at a good time for me to hear me talk about, like, obscure educational things that no one's ever gonna remember. So wait, where even am I here? I'm up, like... Okay, I see where I'm at now. I think. Oh, wait. There we go. And we got the Keyblade. Again, I'm really confused by this. Like... Unless it's, like... Maybe it's something I'm gonna have to come back for later then, I guess. Not really sure. Again, I don't want the answer to that, but there... Okay, yeah, this... I can already tell the combat feels way more fluent than it did in the first game. The first game was really weird with, like, you had to be close to the opponent to, like, stun them well. And if you weren't, then, like, you just didn't stun them at all. So... I believe this was the locked door, yeah. Alright. Oh, we got a lot of rats here. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. My day was pretty alright. It was a bit on the quiet side, but it was alright for what it was. I do see a treasure chest in behind here. What is that? Yeah, this year's been a, like, it's been a trip to say the very least. It also was not very good for most people, but it does feel kind of strange we're already into December. So... there we go. Let's break a good mop there, because why not?
Ho ho, yeah.
Hello.
Ta-da. Oh yeah.
That makes a lot more sense. Okay, so for holding down X, we can... That makes way more sense. I bet that's how we're supposed to get that one treasure chest. And... gold spider. Hello. I wouldn't say I was necessarily having a lot of fun this year, admittedly. It's been... I don't think I had it as rough as other people have. Like, I have been fortunate for certain things. But, I'll just say this. It hasn't really been the most fun year for me. It's been kind of a rough ride in its own right. Hello. Okay, I guess summoning things like this sometimes spawn small, harmful enemies there. See, those also drop pearls sometimes. I don't think there's anything we can interact with these paintings, but this painting is pretty cool. It reminds me of something more from, like, the late 90s, early 2000s. Like, something you'd see in, like either a Gen 2 Pokemon card or a Yu-Gi-Oh card or something. I always kind of dug that aesthetic a little bit. I did see... There we go. And that was just hearts and a pearl. Nice. I am curious, like... I mean, I'll be glad once the new year rolls in, and hopefully next year's a little bit better than this year. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. I'm not going to get into, like, the political side of things or anything like that, but, like, all I can say is that I am hopeful that the new year's going to be better than this one is. But, oh well. For right now, though, we're just living in the moment, and for that right now, all that means is playing some Luigi's Mansion 3 and let's rescue this guy. Ah, if it isn't Luigi, you are precisely the last person I'd expect to find here. Hold that thought. Now isn't the time to catch up. What matters is, you'll do nicely. Come on, Luigi. Get me out of here now. This hotel is filled to the brim with ghosts. Let's make a run for it. What was that? All your friends are being captured? And you can't just abandon them here, you say. Same as ever, I see. A bit of a handful. Okay, I'm not thrilled about it, but I, Professor Elvin Gadd, have an idea. First things first, Luigi. We have to get to my car. Will you take me there? Hey, the new poltergust goo you're wearing. You took that out of my car, didn't you? We've got to get back to the underground garage. Let's go. That running animation, what is... I'm sorry, Gadd, I love you as a character, but what is that running animation? This is my first, stream session, Aaron. I'll be playing this, hopefully, every Tuesday and Thursday until I'm done. Usually sometimes in the evenings, I don't always stream this game, but it's just kind of, something I kind of wanted to start playing, and I figured not a better time to start streaming it. Hey, Luigi, take a look over there. That elevator gets us to the garage in an instant. Let's hurry up or the ghosts find us. You know, I'm surprised that, like, King Boo or someone isn't just watching over us all the time and, like, able to just, like, thwart our plans whenever. Because you'd think, with, you know, him being a ghost and this being his big elaborate plan, you'd think he would have, I don't know, installed a security camera or something. You'd think since he's a ghost, he could travel anywhere in this mansion, anywhere in the mansion anytime he wants, pretty near, but I guess he's not that brilliant then. Hey, Luigi, look at that. It's money, and lots of it. Even with all the dangers, I'm sure that money is important. The ghosts don't seem interested in grabbing it. What's saying you can't take it with you? Well, I definitely want it. Keep your eyes peeled and grab as much as you can. While you're capturing ghosts and saving your friends. Multitasking. I guess ghosts can't be too bright or else they'd probably die. Of all the... Someone has removed all the other elevator buttons. What's going on here? A mystery for later, I suppose. Go ahead and give the B1 button a push. I have seen, like, bits of this game and know, like, a little bit about finding all the buttons and everything. It didn't seem like any of your friends are trapped on the second floor with me. They must have been taken on one of the floors higher up in the hotel, which means, yeah, you're gonna need those elevator buttons. Luigi, where do you think you're going? We need to hurry and get to my car. I mean, I want to say EGAD's in Mario Kart Tour. I think. Yeah, no, let's not deal with that today, buddy. Hope all's going well with you, Finley. Where'd you go? Oh, I see it now. You're not escaping that easily there. Oh, shoot. I kind of messed that up a little bit. Yeah, I need to get that to the right thing there. I'm kind of glad they made bosses a lot more interesting kind of than what they were before. Oh, gee. That did 40 damage in a single hit? Wow. We're gonna try and throw that. There we go. There we go. And sucked you up. Oh, those are definitely the elevator buttons. Never would have guessed a ghost had taken them. But there are only two. Maybe there are other ghosts with the rest of the buttons. No matter. Let's go to my car. I've got something very interesting I want to show to you. Yeah, I want to say EGAD's playable in Mario Kart Tour, but I could be mistaken about that one. I know he's not in any of the mainline games, or even that many of the spin-offs, which was kind of strange, but... That's... you gotta love Luigi's emotions and reactions in this game. That face could give the the similar Patrick Star meme a run for its money. Also, what's with me making so many SpongeBob references tonight?
Wow. Whoa. Ooh. Wow.
Welcome to my lab. It's another of my brilliant inventions, a portable laboratory. It's sturdy, safe, and air-conditioned. I always knew I'd need this one day. It's a good thing I brought it along with me, right? Want to know what I'm doing in this hotel? It's a bit of a long story, but in short, I was tricked. I got an invitation from someone claiming to own this hotel. It said they had a precious collection of ghosts gathered from all around the world. No self-respecting ghost researcher would pass up on such an appealing offer. Obviously, I accepted their invitation, but when I arrived, the invitation was only a ruse. They captured me and took my precious ghost collection. That includes all the ghosts you'd worked so hard to catch for me before. Even King Boo. Losing him really got under my skin. He's my favorite. What? I released King Boo. That hotel owner. What is she done? Luigi, your only hope against all odds, without any hesitation and at any cost. Get my ghost collection back. Speaking of ghost collections, why don't you give me all the ghosts you've captured so far? So, the one ghost we got, unless you count all the small fry ones we have had. Alright, keep on catching those ghosts. Oh, and be sure to come back to the lab. I'll set up the gallery so that you can view ghosts you've captured. Alright. What's that look, Luigi? Am I forgetting something important? Oh, that's right. I forgot about saving your friends and family. Completely and totally forgot. Regardless, to find ghosts and your friends, you need to explore this hotel. To help you out, I'll give you one of my greatest inventions yet. I call it the virtual boo, VB for short. I forgot this was in this game. I've heard of this, but it's a state-of-the-art realty device fitted with a fancy red screen, cutting-edge stuff, and the red is all the rage, you know? Just wait until I finish the marketing materials. It'll fly off the shelves. You can use the VB to communicate with me at any time. Hey, maybe we can test out communication systems later. Press plus to look into the VB. It'll display your current objective for you, too. It's quite useful. Oh, and I have one more thing to give you. We're just getting a lot of stuff today. So the very first thing you need to do is install the elevator tracker inside the elevator for me, okay? As for what it is, I'll tell you later. Go on, get it installed. Head in for the elevator. I'm counting on you, Luigi. Okay. So I can explore a map here. Yeah, it seems like EGAD's technology seems to just get worse in each game. I don't know what he had in Dark Moon, because I've never really played that game, but, excuse me. I know in the original game, he had a Game Boy Color that could somehow emit, well, or Game Boy Horror that could, do video chat, which video chat on a Nintendo system probably wasn't a thing until Pokemon Black and White, I think. Oh, and I see I actually have a mini-map now for once. Okay, that makes things a lot more convenient for getting around then. Dark Moon was a DS. Okay, that makes sense. That is a... it's always been some pretty good punny names for these things. Can I view the map in a bigger way? Oh, yes, I can. Wow. Okay, yeah, I wasn't expecting the pause screen to change to straight-up Metroid Prime style there, but that looks very, very suspicious. You, my friend, are hella sus. I need to call an emergency meeting on you. And then get bitched at for not checking keys 5 seconds into a game. God. I don't mean to reference that, because only Ardo here is going to get that reference. But it's... yeah. Yeah. Among Us has been pretty fun to play lately, I will give it that. Of course I can't explore that hallway, although I don't think I can do the thing I wanted to check in the hallway anyway.
Got it. Yeah.
Hello, Luigi. It seems like the installation was a success. Now, what this device does, well, it extracts map data from floors from the elevators. It takes all that data and displays it on the monitor. Isn't that great? Hey, why don't you use those elevator buttons, panels you insert them in the panel.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
So now 1 and 5 are installed. Now you're able to view a new map of the floor. There's another surprise, Luigi. That device links with the virtual boo. Map data is automatically sent to the VB so you can view the map anywhere, anytime. If you open the map from the VB menu, you can check even more detailed map. Don't forget about it, okay? Let me break it down for you, Luigi. The map is super helpful for exploring new floors. While you're exploring the hotel, should hunt down the elevator buttons. Those buttons will let you research new floors ripe for exploration. Oh, and you might be able to find your friends there. One more thing before you go, Luigi. We need to do a quick test of the VB's communication system. Open the VB with plus and select the EGAT hotline. Why do you have a hotline EGAT? Testing. 1, 2, 3. This is EGAT, a residential genius. I'm coming out. You're definitely coming in loud. I don't know if this is clear, I guess. VB's communication system is working perfectly, or it means you can use this to contact me anytime you need to. If you need to talk to me, just do exactly what you did for the test, Luigi. I may be able to offer advice in a tough situation. Oh, you can also check out the log using the very same system. Let me know if that's why you're calling, and you'll be able to see your progress. See your progress, okay. Okay, testing my inventions is fun, but we should get back to work, and I'll be speaking of work, I have a job for you. So you're able to take the elevator up to the 5th floor, right? I was actually staying in a room on that floor. There's a briefcase in my room. Could you fetch it for me, Luigi? My room number is... blast, what is it? Hey, you've got a map. You'll figure it out. Good luck, Luigi. Try to come back alive. I mean, isn't EGAD... I don't remember what his canonical age was, but, like, in Luigi's Mansion 1, doesn't he mention that, like, he had, like, 60 years worth of experience, so... Theoretically, he's probably in his mid to late 70s, if not early 80s, I would assume, if not older. So, like, yeah, I'd probably say he'd be like the one character to have a flip phone. Then I was about to say I don't know if I could imagine Bowser using a phone, but then I remembered the Bowser phone is an item in Mario Party 3, so. Oh yeah, I guess Bowser does have the parental advisory, or not parental advisor, but like the parental, like, what the heck do you call that on the Switch? Like the, like that app for, like, parents to make sure their kids aren't doing anything too crazy. And by that I mean looking at pictures of Peach. Ah, Luigi, I just remembered something important I neglected to mention. Poltergeist GOO of yours has a new feature I like to call the suction shot. It'll work as a weapon for you in your adventure. Use wide. This would have been nice to know before. Oh, and don't forget get my briefcase, Luigi. I kind of skipped over that cutscene, but okay. Yeah, Bowser does like his princess. Doesn't seem like I can do anything with that right now. I can destroy those now, which is good. So I can see an outside there also. Thanks. I mean, in Super Mario Sunshine, Bowser does state that he has a kid, yet that Peach was never really Junior's real mother, so... Canonically, he has had a woman at some point. He also has a mother, according to the Mario Super Show as well. Okay. Yeah, now I'm trying to just imagine, like, what other Mario characters wouldn't use a smartphone. I guess Donkey Kong, maybe, and, like, the other Kongs, but... I guess, is that really too much of a surprise, though? I'm trying to think of, like, the like, elderly ones here. Like, yeah, Toadsworth, I guess, like, probably wouldn't either, but... I was also thinking when we were talking about EGAD earlier being kind of a more obscure Mario character. I know in, Mario Party 6, there's kind of like a bonus game in that. I think it's... And there's also a board, actually, in that game, too, called EGAD's Garage, but, like... Oh, this is a fun area. Lab Rats, that's what I was thinking of. I almost said EGAD's Garage, but that's the name of the board in that game. Yeah, that game, where you have to, like, go through a randomized maze for EGAD. I don't think EGAD really appears a whole lot more in Mario Party. I could be mistaken about that, but there's definitely something here. Okay, I feel like I need... maybe not. I feel like there is a secret here for whenever we get to... Like, mild spoiler, I know about Luigi in this game. I don't know when he really shows up, but I imagine it's probably not too far in. But, like, they showed that off in the trailers and everything for this game, so... And, like, I know, like, the Poltergust goo and everything, so... Like, I imagine there's probably something here for that, but... Oh, damn it, spider. Wait, this is the elevator shaft here, isn't it? See, I'm trying to even remember EGAD in Mario Party 4 and 7. Like, I really don't remember him in those games at all. Oh, shut it, EGAD. Okay. That makes more sense. Oh yeah, because Mario Party 4 has the... Like... That game has the boo lamp in it, right? Or I guess that's being an item. Well, not boo lamp, the boo light. Although I guess that's in Mario Party 3 as well. Or no, it's boo repellent in Mario Party 3. Never mind. I knew there was an item that did like the same thing, but
Hello. Wow.
yeah, I don't know if this. I guess this could have been Egad's room,
Wow.
but
Wow. Ooh. Yes.
we got another smoke demon here. I'm just gonna keep calling the dust there that every time I see that. I did not mean to shoot there, but okay.
Whoa. Oh.
Anything in here? I think that's pretty near it, although I do see those coins there. I love how a chunk of this stream just kind of turned into what Mario characters have cell phones, and which ones would be likely to use new phones, and which ones would be likely to use old phones. I gotta say, I don't really care much for these rat enemies yet, but then again, I guess the original Luigi's Mansion had them too, although they were a bit more comically like mice, I guess. Okay. Oh, I see the idea of this here. Yeah, I see the idea of this here now. Didn't want to suck that up immediately. I could see this room being terrifying for anyone who's arachnophobic. I'm not really, but yeah, if you are arachnophobic, I could definitely see that being a kind of terrifying room to go through. Also, we have Mrs. Claus here. Mrs. Claus's dress. Yes, it is oddly fitting for this right now. I know most people probably experience this game around Halloween, but for us here, we're experiencing this around the holidays, because I just do not know a sense of what time to play what games. There's a rat. Oh, wait. No, that's not really what I'm trying to aim at. Huh. So is Genshin like an MMO type of game, or most? I know vaguely what it is because you've told me about it a couple times, but I know a lot of other gacha games that I've played usually don't require consistent internet access. I don't think, anyway. Then again, I've only really ever played like a couple of like smaller MMOs.
Yeah, yeah.
Really? Okay, well, you're up to no good. Actually, nah, you're just brushing your teeth. And your arse. I see.
Wow.
Well, at least, even in the afterlife, that guy knows good hygiene. Okay. Yeah, that's not seemingly...
Wow.
Wait. Yeah, that's not really doing anything there. Alright, I got you, what you're saying about having the communication things there.
Wow. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, wait. Let me try and get a hole-in-one with this, even though it's clearly not a hole-in-one. This just reminds me of those, like, weird infomercials where it's like... you can practice, like, mini-golf while on, like, the toilet or something. It's like a weird miniature golf thing that you use when you're on the john or something. Well, I got a hole in... not one, but... There was a ghost in here when I was in here before, but I guess he's... or when I looked in here before, but... I guess he's no longer here.
Wow. Whoa.
Yeah, and I can't do anything with that either. Okay. Okay. Can I use this thing for that? No, that only reveals invisible stuff there. Alright.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Yeah, hopefully those server issues get fixed soon. Luigi, what's taking you so long? I'm trying to get into this dang room here, egad, so I'd zip it if I were you. It's not my fault. This game's weird and puts all the door inputs on the X button, which is not what I'm used to, admittedly. Ooh, that's probably really rare. Nice. I played enough Luigi's Mansion 1 to know that golden mice in that game usually meant good rewards there. Anything here? Yes. Yes, indeed there is. That was just a hunch guess there. I mean, it seemed like there was enough suspicion there for something there. Yeah, I'll gladly take a pearl there. This room looks like it's been to hell and back. What's through here? A lot of this game's design is kind of reminding me a bit of Portal so far. Not so much like the whole like portal gun stuff, but like just kind of the nature of just kind of exploring, sometimes finding like these murky side areas, kind of just exploring and like seeing what you can kind of uncover. I guess in Portal's case, it's obviously a much shorter game, but I once, in a weird way, heard someone describe Untitled Goose Game as kind of like Portal in a sense. I think just from the whole short game being kind of puzzle-solvey type, that was kind of where the comparison was drawn from, but, and I can kind of see that in hindsight. I haven't actually played Untitled Goose Game, but, I've heard a lot of things about that, too. That was always kind of one of those games I said I would consider picking up if I saw it on a sale or something, but big mistake, Luigi. Gotta love a scared Luigi. Luigi is, like, as much as I like Mario in most, like, games as well, but, like, I do quite like Luigi a lot as a character as well, and I'm glad to give him some more screen time and some more love. There's definitely some money under this bed here. Oh, wait, do I... Oh wait, that's just a... Oh, okay.
Hello?
Hey Luigi, sorry I was busy and just got back to my desk. Did I miss anything important? What's the status of my briefcase? What? A ghost maid took off with it? That won't do. No, that won't do at all. Don't just stand there. Get after her.
Bye-bye.
Luigi's just like, no, I'm not listening to you there. Actually, it's through here if I can even go out this. Oh yeah, I totally can go out this way, huh? Oh man, that is so nice. No, 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 and no. Is that this game's equivalent of a Speedy Spirit? I guess, well, I can't really tell given that it dropped one of those things. I don't think things like that are missable, but I could be wrong. Oh, okay, let's just water that there then, I guess. Oh. Oh, oh. Can I let go of that there? Okay, there we go. See, now I'm thinking of that one like really big flower that is in like Luigi's Mansion 1 that you have to water it for like every chapter, and then you get the gold diamond. Every time I see these briefcases, I keep thinking they're like guitar amps. Oh, hello. That's how I get the stuff in that bed there. And I somehow just missed this altogether. Pretty nice. Let's go try and find that one. Oh, no, let's not find that one ghost. Yeah, I'm quite liking the new combat of this game quite a lot. And that was it for that. I'm sure the combat was like this in Dark Moon as well. Because I know that obviously didn't have the analog triggers either, but alright, so I'll gladly take all that. Oh, I didn't even go in the bathroom here. Let's quickly run in there and see what is in that one bathroom. Because this is like the last room on this floor that I haven't really explored yet, so... I see something I can come back to in this room here. It'd be nice if I could mark the rooms down for... no, it doesn't look like I can. If I had markers or something, that would be nice to mark it down. Maybe you might get something like that later, I'm not really sure. Still can't figure that one out there. Not sure where that one ghost lady would have disappeared to. Yeah, I still can't do anything with that either. Must be in one of these rooms, and given that they all look the exact same, it's probably not going to be the easiest thing. There's something here, isn't there? Unless I already got that. It looks like something would be there, but unless I can pull that off with the wall or...
Wow.
Nah, it doesn't look like it. She did go through a wall, so I'm gonna assume this. Oh, I see what I have to do now. Slam, slam, and slam. Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Okay, I get the gimmick of this now.
Hello.
By the way, Luigi, here's a fun bit of trivia for you. Every time you go through a door, all your progress up to that point is saved automatically. But might not if you move too quickly from door to door to door to door. You get the idea. I'd say waiting 10 seconds should be enough. You know what they say, patience is virtue. Keep up the good work.
Bye-bye.
That's still good to hear that it does autosave pretty frequently, though. Alright. Of course you're gonna go to another doorway. Why wouldn't you? This doesn't even really feel like much of like a boss fight. Rather, like, it almost feels a bit more like one glorified enemy. Ah, frick off. And... God, yeah. No! Well, too bad for you, lady.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Ho ho. Nice.
Ho-ho!
Hello. Whoa.
And we got the number 3 elevator key.
Luigi. Oh yeah.
It seems like you also acquired a new elevator button, along with my briefcase. Well done, Luigi. Come back to the lab. Let us go do that. I'm not going to be streaming a whole lot more tonight. We are kind of coming up closer on the time limit for tonight, but I'll view whatever's like left of this cutscene and whatever else. And I wanted to check one more thing in the lobby area. So
Oh. Yeah.
I might just quickly check that lobby thing now, because I don't think there's anything that would be stopping me from that. But yeah, so far I'm quite enjoying this, though. Usually it looks like you're able to get to the 3rd floor now. Before you head there, I need the briefcase back to the lab. Well, I'm sorry there. Oh, damn it. Fine, fine. I'll go to the lab first, then I'll check the one thing I was going to check on the 1st floor.
Mario? 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 Mario?
And there we go with the elevator. That's a secret there, isn't it? Yes, indeedy it is.
Hey-ho. Got it.
Oh, wait, that's one I already got. Never mind. I didn't think that that would have stayed. Or, like, would have shown back up again. I can get all these things now. Take that one first. Yeah, sorry for the yawning there. I think I am kind of reaching the good stopping point, though. It's kind of hard to believe that, like, we've barely started this game, and yet this was already, like, half the length of the original Luigi's Mansion, just in, like, stream time. Go. I do not need to do half of this stuff. I was only instructed to go to the lab, which is what I plan to do. Come back, Luigi, my briefcase. Chop, chop.
Uh-huh. Whoa.
That's what I wanted. This time has come to use this in battle. I'm told to be out catching ghosts by myself. Rather than give up on my ghostly pursuits, I thought I'd create a helper to take my place. Latest invention from the brilliant mind of Professor Egad. I give you Luigi. Development process was a real challenge to say the least. Fortunately, I had a little help from someone to test the prototype. Is this gonna help? Now, take it easy. Here, Luigi, I'm gonna attach this to your poltergeist G00. Turn around for me, would you? Okay, I'll set up. Luigi, let's practice a bit. Follow me outside.
Oh. Owie. But I.
I've caught you in my trap, Luigi. Oh, don't worry. I'm just kidding, but I'm gonna need you to stay locked up. Why do you ask? Because I want you to use Luigi to escape from your cell. You activate Luigi by pressing the right trigger. I didn't hear what you said about the second hitting it twice, but I imagine that's for disbanding it. Ta-da! Behold, this is your very own personal assistant, Luigi. Luigi can slip through tight spaces like grates or vents. His body is increasingly soft and malleable. He's really quite amazing. Go see for yourself. There you go. His body is basically the same as yours, so controlling him shouldn't take much getting used to. Well, that reminds me, let's press in the right stick once Luigi activates. Let him switch between you and yourself. Remember that. Okay. Luigi isn't even remotely waterproof, Luigi. If he gets wet at all, he'll melt and disappear. Be careful with him around anything wet. Alright. Alright. Well, fortunately, there's only a puddle on one side here. I did not touch that water there at all. Really, game? Oh, come on! I'm not trying to hit that, for the record. That is a shoddy-ass hitbox there. Oh, there's water in just in... It does not look like there's water in front of that. I'm sorry. Like, I can see that now, but... Do I have to shoot it from a distance, or... Oh, yeah, I totally do. See, that makes a lot more sense. Well done, Luigi. I feel like I can let you run loose with Luigi. Alright, we're done with your training, at least. Now back to the lab. I think Luigi was in... I don't know if it was Luigi's Mansion 1, like the 3DS Luigi's Mansion 1, or maybe the multiplayer of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I'm not sure, but I was reading somewhere that Luigi was in some other Luigi's Mansion games. I've only ever played the original on the GameCube, so it's kind of new to me. Although they did kind of hype up Luigi as like an all-new thing in this game at first, I thought, but I don't know. Nice work, Luigi. Very impressive, I must say. That reminds me of something I wanted to tell you. I've been running the sensors in the lab, and they've detected presence of a mysterious building. In fact, the ominous-looking tower is very close to this hotel. Luigi, I know you really want all your missing friends, but if you want to break for that, you could head over to that tower. It's probably crawling with ghosts that you can catch. Go on and test your skills there for science. I've made arrangements that you can access the tower from the lab. Just select Scarescraper in the multiplayer. Have fun. Oh, I just remembered something else. You can check out the Scream Park when you're feeling a little bit lonely and want to have some fun. Okay, people can compete with one another. Fun, hee hee. Oh, that's right. You get a new floor. Head to the elevator and take to the 3rd floor. We're gonna do that, but, Oh, no, I don't want the map. I want to, yeah, explore the hotel. This is going to kind of be the end of the session here. I just kind of want to explore one quick, well, actually 2 quick things now that I have Luigi. I want to, while I'm remembering that I can explore this, but I think I should be able to get into this stairwell here, I would think. Yes, okay. I think I can get the thing that was in here now. Some more smash envelopes here. In theory... Yes, you can fall down this way. That's what I thought. Alright, that makes a lot of sense there. And don't think I don't see that there. I'll gladly take that. I do like how all the gems are different, like, shapes, depending on the floor. That's a really nice attention to detail I like. That wasn't even the one I was looking for, actually, but I did. Get out of here.
Whoa, yeah.
I wasn't trying to go for that one there, but he just kind of got in my way a little bit. You're not calling for help too much here. Okay, this is all I wanted to double check on here. No. What the hell? Do we need Luigi for this? Actually, wait, hold on. There was one more thing I wanted to check. This is just, like, weirdly bothering me for some reason. Like, I want to figure out this here, but I remember seeing a vent back. Well. That was an epic miss. You're not an issue here. Yeah, there was something. There was something over this way. Yeah, vent. That does mean Luigi here. That makes more sense there. There we go. That took me a lot to figure out for some reason, and I feel like that's something that shouldn't have taken me that much to figure out there, but I guess that's just kind of the nature of the puzzles in this game here. But yeah, that is probably gonna do it for tonight's stream, though. Just gonna make sure the game autosaves here, so let me just quickly walk up to the elevator here. That is gonna do it for this stream tonight. And, well, okay, I guess we'll just head to the basement just for something a bit basic here. I do kind of want to do a raid if we have someone to raid. Just making sure the game's saved there. I imagine it would have saved after the after getting that one gem, but you can never be too certain. You can never be too certain. This game's fun, though. This game's really fun. I do look forward to playing more of this later this week and remaining weeks eventually whenever we get around to that. So, let me see if we have anyone to raid here. Just one second. Yeah, I think we're gonna raid my good buddy Teegsta. She's playing Super Mario 35 right now. I figured that'd be at least somewhat relevant here. And we're gonna raid with. I'm trying to think of a good raid message. Let's go with the raid message, "Welcome to Ouija Towers." I think that's a good... gonna go with Welcome to Ouija Towers. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on Thursday for more Luigi's Mansion 3. See you guys then.